Hey boys, so today we're going to be doing the State of the Saints heading into Week 15, and you guys know how I said I wanted this to be one of the more opinionated series, but it was kind of boring doing it every week myself, and of course Jonny, you guys loved him when he was on the stream, so thought why not bring him on here. He proposed the idea, and now we actually set it into action, so Jonny will actually be joining us today for the State of the Saints heading into Week 15. If you like this episode or how this episode goes out and how it goes through and how watching it, obviously, go ahead and put a comment down letting us know so we can maybe possibly have Jonny back for future episodes of State of the Saints. If you want that to happen, go ahead and let me, let us know. Jonny, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Jonny. Also, IC Designs. All the Jonny supporters from the stream, thank you very much. I hope to be back in another video, and let's get started. So my first topic in researching was Latavius Murray versus Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara has 138 carries with 612 yards and 1 touchdown. Latavius Murray has 113 carries with 533 yards and 5 touchdowns. All Murray would have to do to catch up to Kamara is average 3.16 yards.
Oh,
That's embarrassing
that is.
because Latavius Murray is a backup running back, and only having to average 3.1 yards to catch up to Kamara is pretty rough.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara has shown that nobody is safe from regression this season. I'm going to read off a couple of stats to try to, emphasize the point that you're making that Latavius Murray is genuinely playing better football and Alvin Kamara is kind of on a downward spiral. If you look at his decline over the past 3 years, in 2017, he averaged 6.1 yards per attempt. 2018, that dropped to 4.6. In 2019, that dropped to 4.4. And now you look at yards after contact, 2017, 2.3, 2018, 1.7, and 2019, 1.8. And you go and look at yards per reception. In 2017, he had a staggering 10.2 yards per reception. In 2018, that dropped to 8.8 yards per reception, and then that dropped even further in 2019 to 6.8 yards per reception. But that's not even it. Here's the kicker, all right? You go look at 2017, and you see Alvin Kamara's touchdown percentage. 6.5% in 2017, 6.5 in 2018. His touchdown percentage in 2019 is 1.0%. 1%.
It's really bad. The only thing I can say for the 2017 to 2018 stats, he was a backup for some of it, and it was 50-50. And then 2018, he took over as the lead horse. And no one had a problem with it because he was playing like an elite back.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, he's not playing like a top 20 running back. He's playing garbage.
No, and so many Saints fans are afraid to say that because of the stigma and the character he's built in New Orleans. If he's playing bad football, don't shy away from saying it.
It's hard because we all love him. He's got such a personality with the airheads and stuff. But at the end of the day, Latavius Murray is killing the freaking game. I'm trying not to curse everyone.
Don't be afraid. Let your emotions out. I'm telling you. As long as I don't do it, it's A-okay.
Okay, well then, Latavius Murray is fucking bowling out. And Alvin Kamara is playing like poo-poo. And I don't think it's all Kamara's fault.
Oh, no.
There's stupid toss plays. There's not enough runs up the middle. I think the line honestly does work better with a power running back. I don't know if it's McCoy's addition. Maybe I don't know. But Kamara, you need a big game on Monday. We need to see.
If we don't see some sparks soon, man, I'm about to have some serious doubt. And that's not unjustified either. He hasn't had a 100-yard game since week 1. It's week 15. We're going into week 15. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and next year, I'm glad we don't have to give him a contract this year because I would be hesitant to do so. I want to give him one more year, and if he really can't prove it, Latavius Murray, I guess, for the next couple of years, maybe.
Exactly, and the problem with that is we don't give him a contract right there, he's going to go somewhere else, and guess what? Just our luck. He's going to start balling out again. So I'm glad we don't have to make the decision soon either.
I mean, I would say not always because Brandon Cooks went Brandon Cooks, I would say, is on a little bit of a
Oh yeah, that's true. It's
down.
because he gets knocked out every time he catches the football.
And Jared Goff is poo-poo.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All right, what's your next topic?
So my next topic is the increase of other wide receivers. Ted Ginn Jr. in against Carolina and Atlanta had 2 receptions for 38 yards
Hmm.
in 2 games. That is averaging 1 reception a game. And 49ers wasn't a slight increase, but 4 receptions to 50 yards. So that's more receptions and yards in 1 game than the entire 2 weeks. And I think this shows getting the other receivers involved really helps our offense because we scored 48 freaking points.
Yeah,
I mean, sorry, 46.
good catch.
Our
Yeah.
defense played like dog crap. It's not our fault. Well, it's not the offense fault, excuse me.
Yeah, Ted Ginn Jr. was getting a couple of catches here and there. Traquan Smith had a almost should have been game-winning touchdown. There were a lot of people getting involved, and like you said, that elevated our offense into a whole nother level.
Jared Cook, baby. Oh my.
Oh, Jared
He
Cook.
catches.
Oh, oh.
Well, we're saying he sucks, but it's like I'm trying to tell you, it's Teddy Bridgewater. He's just throwing to Michael Thomas every play because
Which is justifiable. He's a very good safety blanket.
I would throw to Michael Thomas.
Yes, so would I.
I mean, he's very good at football.
Yeah, and Drew Brees has always been one to utilize tight ends. Jared Cook just needed a couple weeks to get used to the system and let him fizzle into it, you know?
Yeah, and just the grabs he's making, he looks like a basketball player because he just jumps so high and just I don't know. He's one talented dude. I'm glad we got him for another year.
Heck yeah, man. He looks like a grown man. A grown man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one good tough cookie.
All right, man. You got another topic for us?
Saints defense at home versus road. It's abysmal how we play defense at home, and it sucks because we have one of the best stadiums in football.
Oh yeah.
And we can't deliver our fans some good defense.
I agree.
One example I have is Eli Apple. Don't get me started on. I'm not a big Eli Apple fan. I would not cut him, but
come on, you know that's my dude, man.
I'm sorry. He shows flashes of greatness with like locking up Julio Jones, and then it's just like,
and then gets burnt by a third string random nobody's ever heard of wide receiver. It makes me mad. Yeah, you're right though. He does do that.
I don't know what to do with him. But his tackles at home are 19 combined, 16 total, and 3 assisted. And on the road, that jumps to a staggering 31 and 30. So, unfortunately, they don't show teams' defensive stats, road v. home. But Eli Apple is a prime example of just playing better on the road. That means he's getting to the ball quicker, he's covering receivers better, and just doing an overall better job.
Yeah, and if you go look at the Saints' schedule and you just see it, we allowed 28 at home to the Texans. There were so many games that we just shouldn't have allowed an extreme amount of points at home versus the Panthers allowing 31 versus the 49ers allowing 48. It gets ridiculous at times, and I don't think the Saints are just – I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint what it is. There's no excuse to be made here. I don't know if it's just the energy. I couldn't tell you, but when you look at it in the way of the Saints aren't as good at home, the Saints have one loss on the road this year, which was to the Rams, and that was only because of Drew Brees' injury. If we don't lose that game because of Drew Brees' injury on the road, we don't have a loss this year. We're undefeated at that point. The other 2 losses we faced at home, which are the only other two losses we faced all season, was a blowout from Atlanta, 26-9, and a heartbreaking 48-46 loss to San Francisco. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think the Saints are a good home team. It just we play with a different chip on our shoulder when we're on the road, it seems.
Mm-hmm. I think there's just this chip, like with Teddy Bridgewater when he came in, the defense got that chip, and it just doesn't same since Drew's come back. And well, that's sad because Drew's a Hall of Famer. Put the chip on your back anyway. Get him a ring. That should be your chip. I don't know what it is. I don't think they're playing worse because Breeze is going to bail them out. I think that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But I don't know, man. I mean, Cam Jordan, I can always rely on him to be consistent. I know people are saying, "Oh, he didn't have a sack." He's not going to get a 16 sack seat. Well, I mean, he can,
He
but like
can.
that's a lot to ask out of a player.
Oh
He
yeah, no
already
doubt.
13 and a half. Give the man credit. Demario Davis, that's actually another player. Vote him Pro Bowl because
He's fantastic.
I'm gonna go on a little rant. Demario Davis, you need to go vote for the Pro Bowl because he's not a sexy player. He's not one but he's a fucking beast. Not
Yeah,
a sexy player, but a beast.
He's not a Von Miller or a
Yeah.
Khalil Mack who everybody knows of, but he play. If you go look at Pro Football Focus, actually, he's the 5th ranked linebacker in the league.
Yes.
Like that's insane. He's so good. One of the best free agent acquisitions the Saints have made ever.
I was so excited. People are like, "Why are you excited about this?" I'm like, "Cause he's a beast."
Yeah, he played in New York, and nobody paid attention to New York.
That is true. Side note, he reposted my edit. Okay.
He did. Icy Designs 1 on Instagram. Got his edit reposted by Demario Davis. So, one thing I'd like to talk about aside from Johnny's points, I kind of wanted to give... I really like his point of views, and I like being on the discussing end of football. I'm not really one to just tell stories. I like to talk and add on to things. But the Saints are in a pretty interesting predicament here as far as the playoff seeding goes. Of course, as you know, Johnny, we had the first seed in our hands. Just had to beat San Francisco, and then we control our destiny. We went out right there against the Colts, Titans, and the garbage booty butt cheeks Panthers. That's first seed right there. But now, the Saints can actually recapture the first seed next Sunday if some extraordinary stuff happens. So next Sunday, the next Sunday, the Saints would need... Oh, wait, I didn't write that one down. Well, regardless, if we win out, Seattle wins out, and Green Bay loses one, we'll be first seed. Because Seattle will beat San Fran, move up to second seed, and then we'll have the tiebreaker over them if they finish 13-3, which would require them to win out. But I think it was if Carolina or Seattle beats Carolina, Chicago beats Green Bay, and we beat our matchup, and then there was another one. San Fran loses to Atlanta. That's what it was. If all 3 or 4 of those things happen, then the Saints recapture the first seed for a day. So that's pretty interesting. I don't exactly know where we're going to end up. What do you think, Johnny? Where do you think we're going to end up in the playoffs?
I don't think we're going to be first seed, unfortunately, because the only loss that the Packers could get, one, is the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't think Chicago can beat them.
And I like the Vikings. Strong team, but Kirk Cousins is terrible on Monday Night Football. Well, it's not even that. He's just unlucky. Like last Monday night, his defense sucked, but that's the only game I really see them winning. And I think they can give them a run for their money. I think the only other chance is Seattle beating San Fran, and I don't think they're going to sweep them.
I do. I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think Seattle's a superior team, and well, with Rashad Penny tearing his ACL,
I'm not playing because I have Chris Carson on the fantasy team, but
we're about to get a major increase in points.
But yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna be 2 or 3, but it's scary thinking we won't be at home because I think I read it with Drew Brees. I may be wrong. Don't patronize me. I'm on the right, but I think we were 5-1, and then like 1-5 on the road. 5-1 at home. So I don't know. I mean,
oh my.
The only loss is the no call, by the way, which.
Yeah.
We won.
Yeah.
But that's a different story.
The state of the Saints, I believe we're in a good position. It's hard to beat the same team twice, so if we end up seeing San Francisco in the playoffs, I'm not going to be scared of them. I'm actually going to go into that game extremely confident, whether it be in New Orleans or San Francisco. I think we're definitely going to the playoffs. We clinched a spot already, but we're banged up. We need to get a first round bye. I don't see us going to the Super Bowl if we don't get a first round bye. What do you think?
We get a first round bye if we get the 2 seed, correct?
Yeah, 1 and 2 seed get first round byes.
Okay. That's actually more possible, to be honest. I think we have to stop focusing on the number one and focus on the. Well, I mean, obviously, but like
Yeah. No, I
that's
understand what you're saying.
way more possible. And I think yeah, we do need that because we need Kika. We need that was great trade. No one thought
Mm-hmm.
anything of it, and now we're like needing him. But I think guys are stepping up. Like when Armstead was out, that I'm gonna butcher his name, Patrick Omane.
Oh, mame, yeah.
Okay, whatever. He really stepped up. Nick
Oh, yeah.
Easton really stepped up. Shy Tuttle really stepped up. And
Ooh,
despite that, I think Craig Robertson. I know he didn't play great, but he did get a pick. And I know you're gonna say it's lucky,
it
but
was.
he caught it, and it was reality. So
I think a
it's
lot of Craig Robertson's issues were just because he hasn't played regular
that's true.
defensive downs in
Hmm.
a while. He plays special teams, but he was looking slow. He's just not used to the pace of like the actual defensive side of the field anymore.
Yeah,
Just
I'd
needs to get
agree.
going. All right, man.
Uh,
Oh, you got more to say? Go ahead.
well, I just want to bring a shine to one player that we have not been bringing enough shine to. Deontay Harris.
Oh my
That's
God.
another. You all need to go vote my man stuff Pro Bowl because holy buckets is that man balling.
Did
He
you
is
know
going
he's
out
only
there.
like 60 yards away from breaking the all-time New Orleans Saints return record?
That's so sad.
It's
I mean, I'd be
crazy.
happy for him, but like, is he? He's normally a receiver, right?
I think that's what he was listed as, but he's like 5'11", dude. It's not happening.
Because I was
Maybe in the
gonna
slot
say
sometimes.
maybe instead of those stupid Taysom plays, which I was actually researching, he's averaging 6.1 yards a rush. So maybe they're not as stupid as we think they are.
Yeah, but he doesn't rush that often. And
That's
and
true.
and when he like that 30-yard touchdown, that's an anomaly. That goes into the average as well. It's just like I don't know. When it doesn't work, it pisses me off, but when it does, I'm like, "Woohoo,
Like,
Taysom."
woo, yeah, he's a genius. I mean, that's how we're gonna feel after every play. The only play I would disagree. Well, majorly, I don't know what you were doing was that fake punt, but
Mhm.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say before we close this one out?
Oh, I was having fun. Go hit me up on Instagram. ic.designs1.
Icy
Uh,
Dot Designs one. You heard the man.
I had a lot of fun with this. Please vote for me to come back because this is very entertaining. I love the Saints, and I love you all.
All right, peace out, everybody.